And I've taken 14 to 1 each way with the first 4 places paid with William Hill. It looks a good value bet, and I'm hoping that he'll finish in front of his stablemate Rory. So best of luck to you, Andy. And obviously, Craig will be hoping for a pretty similar scenario here as well with Primo's Comet. They're about to start loading forward here at Musselburgh. We've got a relatively short gap to Goodwood. Well, we'll have a 420 coming up there for a 1.25 mile maiden. Broad Spear is 2 to 1. Knight of Honour is 3 to 1. 130 for Dancing Tango. Noras is 7 to 2. 28 to 1 for Inigo. Edinburgh Rock is 40 to 1. 50 to 1 for the Ravens Return. A Scene Legend, Gill Manor and St Peter are all out of the Goodwood contest as they continue to load up here at Musselburgh. After that Goodwood race, we go on to Kilbeggan and then Perth and Listowel once more before returning to the track here at Musselburgh. Hopefully the last few don't take too long to load. So we'll be looking to get a word with Craig on that Goodwood race off the back of this. They are starting to arrive at the well, they're heading down anyway at Goodwood. They won't be far off arriving.
This market is now in play.
They're coming in pretty well here at Musselburgh. So a reminder, 2 big price selections here. The Oda Stream for Lucy, her best of the day, and Primo's Comet for Craig. 16 to 1, the pair. Let's find out how they all get on at Musselburgh.
They're off. Jumping away over 5 furlongs for the Sky Bet Sunday Series Apprentice Handicap and yesterday's third in the Scottish Sprint Cup. Only Spoofing is the first one to show. It races in company with Leodis Dream and Street Life, the blue cap under the stands rails. Harrogate is a little wider out, making it a wave of 4. They're chased a couple of lengths back by Fashion Advice, and then towards that one's outside is Ballin Toy Harbour ahead of Rory. Primo's Comet is well back, as at this stage is Power Allied, the thin blue line, and finally Lost My Sock as they head on down to the final 2 furlongs, and Harrogate in the pink colours laying it down to Only Spoofing, with down the near side Leodis Dream, further back to Street Life and then Fashion Advice and Rory as they hit the furlong marker. Only Spoofing and Leodis Dream now ahead of Harrogate, and over to the far side is Street Life. Fashion Advice is finishing off the race well in behind them. The thin blue line is also staying on, but it's Only Spoofing who's got the advantage, going close home. He'll go 2 places better than he did here yesterday and wins well. Up for second, the thin blue line, tight for the Miners in behind. Lost My Sock over to the far side. Street Life in the mix, and Rory over towards the near side.
Yeah, we'll tidy up the first 4 home in just a moment there for the each-way players at Musselburgh, but Only Spoofing has won third here yesterday, a winner here today on Sunday. Rory's going to be an eye-catcher in that race for sure, who absolutely
achieved all that much at Thirsk last time over the mile. Yes, he was coming from off the pace, and he was doing his best work at the finish, suggesting that the step up to 10 furlongs will be a huge positive.
4 to 1. It's 50 to 1 bar those last couple on the way forward.
Over 1.25 miles. Thank you very much indeed, Anthony. Set to go now. And they're off, racing. Runners then jump away. Noras on the outside started fine as they race away. The one who didn't start fine was the Ravens Return, who's miles behind already, as Dancing Tempo comes up on the outside of Broad Spear and also Edinburgh Rock and Noras. And then in touch with them is Knight of Honour. Knight of Honour is followed by Inigo, and as they climb the hill, catching up a little bit is the Ravens Return, but is still, having been as much as 12 or 15 lengths behind them, is probably 4 or 5, if that now, as they come now up the hill towards the turn, the loop for home, going to the highest point of the track. Leader is Dancing Tango. Dancing Tango from Noras, who's gone second place now. Broad Spear is followed by Knight of Honour. Edinburgh Rock comes next ahead of Inigo, and the Ravens Return still in last place. So they're at the highest point of the track now, about to go right hand down and then alter their stride pattern to come downhill, having climbed for much of the early part of the race uphill. It's now a sweep in towards the home straight, where Dancing Tango leads them from Noras in second place. Broad Spear's third and close up against the rail. Then fourth is Knight of Honour. Edinburgh Rock being bustled up. Inigo there on Edinburgh Rock's outside, and the Ravens Return is still the back marker. And the runners now head inside the final 3 furlongs. Noras and Broad Spear are coming either side of Dancing Tango to try and land their challenge. Knight of Honour played late as well on the outside. These 4 have
They're off over a mile. Walking out of 7 was Cormac. Not the best of breaks either from Miss Cunning. A mile for the Betty McGrath Memorial Handicap. Heading down the far side, it's Desert Wave Chagall, followed by Transition, Could Be Good and Han Solo. Featuring prominently in the yellow and purple jacket, Miracles in May, a couple of lengths to Sheila and Barnhill Rose, the Greys Covelia. Tanseek next, and they're followed by Morning Joe as they continue their progress into the back straight. Shimmer Roland next, and they're followed by Well Funded. Heading towards the 4.5 furlong point with the final couple, Miss Conning and Cormac. Chagall just edges ahead on the inside of Desert Wave, attended by Transition, and then Could Be Good and Miracles and May tracks on the inside. Han Solo next with Sheila and Barnhill Rose and Covelia and Morning Dew and Tanseek and Shimmer Roland. Miss Conning has passed 1. And the orange jacket Well Funded, and a long way off them as they come towards the 3 is Cormac. It's Chagall continuing to duel away for the lead with Desert Wave and Transition, the 3 in a line, then Miracles and May ridden up in behind them, and then Han Solo and Could Be Good and Covelia is closing round the outside. Morning Dew as they straighten up with 2 furlongs to go, and Transition sweeps to the front, being followed by Han Solo and Covelia. Morning Dew begins a good run. Miss Cunning, who missed
the place pot payout today at Listowel, that was the final race of the pot. Anyone who's had a piece of that is going to be quite handsomely rewarded. Should be good to go though here at Musselburgh. Let's go and rejoin Gareth Topham in the booth.
And a slightly awkward beginning for Texas Man there, right under the stands rails from stall 13, is at the rear of the field early. Crossing over from a little wider out, Sophie Star shows up and is racing in company with a freely going Instinction. Shanko between the pair, further back to Sacred Jewel, then Time Shadow, High Velocity, and back in behind those Eternal Halo. And then Alia Choice and Kyber Crystal as they move on past halfway. Le Beau Garçon did
Thank you very much indeed. Have a great week. Set now. All in for the William Hill Extra Places Every Day handicap, and they're off and racing. Jumping away. Slow start came from Oriental Art, who really did seem half asleep as the gates went open. New Heights, a good start from Mere Dram in 2nd place, and then in 3rd, Leroy as the pace steadies early on. They're followed through by Andaleep. Andaleep has got Oriental Art now on his tail, and Military Decoration is the early back marker. The runners then uphill. They've covered the first 1/4 mile at a steady gallop, and New Heights is the leader. Rob Hornby setting the fractions here. They look fairly modest. Mere Dram 2nd place, followed by Leroy, and then Andaleep, Oriental Art, and with no change in the order at all, Military Decoration is still the back marker in the stripes. So on they climb another furlong or so, and the climb will level out in front of them. New Heights racing to the top of the hill from Miadram in 2nd place. After these, still Leroy, Andaleep, Oriental Art and Military Decoration. That order maintained then as they turn for home one final time. The leader, New Heights, just over 1 length clear. Midram in 2nd place, followed then by Leroy.
Off at Kilbeggan.
On his outside is Andaleep, Oriental Art, he's next, and in 5th place, just nudged along, the back marker, Military Decoration, still very much in this as they group up, passing the 3 furlong marker. The leader is still New Heights. She shows the way. Midram is now under heavy pressure, giving chase. Andaleep moves 2nd past.
So trotting towards the tape. They're off. So heading towards the first of 12 hurdles. And as they go to the first, away smartly into stride, Glenava and Heavey. And Pammy is to the left with the white and black colours as they come to hurdle number 1. Just behind the leading few is Young William onto the 2nd flight, the last 2 in the early stages, Petite Rhapsody and Go Bob Go. So they're on towards the 2nd now, Glenava and Heavey coming to it, and they jump it neatly, about 3 lengths in advance of Young William It's on the outside of Pammy, who's looking for her 6th success at the track. Go Bob Go, Little Keen, and that one under lock and key alongside Petite Rhapsody going around the paddock turn. And it's the each way extra at Bet 365 handicap hurdle race. So they set out for the first of 2 full circuits, going on towards the 3rd hurdle now. And as they go to it, it's Glenava and Heavey together. Pammy is just in behind with Young William, Petite Rhapsody and Go Bob Go up this flight now. And there Glenava, a little sharper than Heavey, going now towards the back straight. And it's Glenava, this mare, in the hands of Conor O'Farrell by just over a length to Heavey and Thomas Doggerel, with Pammy, Brian Hughes on the inside. Young William in the light blue and red silks is next, chased by Petite Rhapsody in the green and yellow jacket, and then Go Bob Go. So going on down the far side and coming to this hurdle, Glenava and Heavey spending a bit of time in the air. Young William, whose last success was in a point-to-point. Young William yet to win under rules. Pammy just in front of Young William now. Petite Rhapsody and Go Bob Go are the last 2 as they come down the side of the course to the 5th flight, and it's Glenava in front of Heavey with the noseband at this hurdle. They're followed over by Pammy, and then a length to Young William. Petite Rhapsody and Patrick Wadge is being followed by Go Bob Go. Go Bob Go looking for a first win over hurdles. Approaching the turn in, so no change in the order. Glenava in front of Heavey, Pammy, Young William, Petite Rhapsody and Go Bob Go as they come on down the straight and making the approach to the first of the 2 hurdles in the straight. Glenava's lead is about 3 parts of a length over Heavey, and then almost 2 lengths to Pammy, Young William, Petite Rhapsody and Go Bob Go as they draw towards this flight now. And over they go, not a lot between them. Glenava on the inside of Heavey, then Pammy, followed by Young William, Petite Rhapsody and Go Bob Go as they run towards the final flight on the circuit. Still well grouped. Glenava landing just in front of Heavey, and then Pammy, Young William, Petite Rhapsody and Go Bob Go. Glenava is the leader. Glenava having a 2nd start over hurdles leads Heavey, who's returning to hurdle racing, having run over fences on his most recent excursions to the track, and he's failed to complete in his last 3 starts, Heavey. So they're setting out for their final lap. And on towards this next hurdle, Pammy still in 3rd, Young William, Derek Fox 4, followed by Petite Rhapsody and Go Bob Go and William Shanahan. And this is hurdle 8 of the 12. Glenava on the inside of Heavey as they take it. Then Pammy, Young William, Petite Rhapsody and Go Bob Go, and now they're about to enter the back straight. So they've only got 4 hurdles to negotiate. Glenava is the leader, with Heavey still in 2nd place. Pammy continues to follow them closely, followed by Young William, and then Petite Rhapsody, Go Bob Go, and they're on the back straight. This well-grouped of field of hurdlers, it's Glenava the leader. Glenava, Heavey, Pammy, Young William, Petite Rhapsody, Go Bob Go, and they're about to exit the back straight now with just 3 to jump, and Glenava's still in front for Conor O'Farrell, leads by just over a length to Heavey, a similar margin to Pammy on the inside, then Young William followed by Petite Rhapsody, and Go Bob Go remains in last place, but they're still
to perhaps take one each way. I wouldn't put you off Annandale.
Good stuff. Lucy going for the York form to be upheld then. Craig going for it to be reversed. And a couple of big prices as well, High Zoom and Annandale. Let's find out at Musselburgh.
The Sky Bet Sunday Series Stayers handicap and Bailey's Derby Day. The yellow and dark green colours is away well with Raymond over to the inside. They're followed a length and a half back in 3rd by High Zoom, with the white-faced Annandale parked a little deeper. They're followed another 1.5 lengths back by Captain Haddock, who's in blue and orange, and Evaluation over towards the inside. Then Glasses Up, who's in the 2nd half of the field, in company with Tronador, who's in red and white hoops. And then Diocletian and Jeremiah. So making the journey down the home straight for the first time. Remember, still well over a circuit of the track ahead of them in this, our longest race of the day. And it is Raymond, who's been off the track for a fair while, showing out in front here by around about a length now to Bailey's Derby Day for Joe Fanning and Charlie and Mark Johnston, who are both seeking their second winners on the card, with back in third to the rails High Zoom, and then running a bit keenly out a bit wider Annandale. Then Evaluation, who's been in great form. He's won his last 3. That one running in at 5th place with a circuit left in front of them. Next is Captain Haddock, and then Tronador over to the inside for trainer Gordon Elliott, who's had a couple of winners over jumps up at Perth earlier in the day. Further down the pack then to Glasses Up, who actually won this race last year when it was run over 2 furlongs shorter. And as they enter the back straight, Jeremiah now just has one behind, has moved on ahead of Diocletian. There's around about a head or so between those two. Maybe the pace just slackening off a tad as they enter the back straight and move on past the 9 peg. It is Raymond out in front and setting the fractions, being tracked through by High Zoom and Bailey's Derby Day working a little wider. That one being stalked by Annandale. Evaluation over towards the inside. They're definitely going a little slower than they were a couple of furlongs back. Tronador's rider Tyler Hurd, that one now on the wide outside and being brought a bit closer. Captain Haddock is receiving a bit of cover. Glasses Up, Diocletian and Jeremiah outside through to inside the last line of 3. They're well down the back straight now and eyeing up the 6 furlong marker. It is Raymond from Bailey's Derby Day and High Zoom. And then a little wider out Tronador, who continues to improve his way through the field as they're galloping on towards the exit to the back straight and shortly the right-handed turn on coming. And it is Raymond under Billy Garrity from Bailey's Derby Day. High Zoom, Annandale, Tronador with over towards the inside. Evaluation moving well, but just in a bit of a pocket at the moment. And Captain Haddock is with that one. And further down the pack, Diocletian, Glasses Up and Jeremiah, who is narrowly the back marker and just being ridden along as they race into the home straight with now under half a mile to go in the Sky Bet Sunday Series Stayers. It is Raymond in front, but how much longer for? Bailey's Derby Day is on the attack. Tronador ridden for more down the outside. High Zoom will be looking for a way out. Annandale travels well. Evaluation trying to land a bit, and then towards the outside is Captain Haddock.